Related services. The related services provided by chartered accountants in practice do not involve the expression of opinion. There are two different services, that is standards on related services. SRS 4400, engagements to perform agreed upon procedures regarding financial information. SRS 4410, compilation engagements. Not all engagements performed by practitioners are assurance engagements. Other frequently performed engagements that do not meet the definition of assurance engagements include the preparation of tax returns where no conclusion conveying assurance is expressed, consulting or advisory engagements such as management and tax consulting, engagements provided by standards for related services such as agreed upon procedure engagements and compilation of financial statements or other information. What are agreed upon procedures? Auditor is engaged by the client to issue a report of factual findings based on specified procedures performed on specified subject matter of specified elements, accounts or items of financial statements. Say account payable, accounts receivable, purchases from related parties and sales and profits of a segment of an entity. SRS 4400, engagements to perform agreed upon procedures regarding financial information. Objective of SRS 4400. The objective of an agreed upon procedure engagement is to carry out procedures of an audit nature to which auditor and the entity and any appropriate third parties have agreed and to report on factual findings. No assurance is provided in such a report. Such agreed upon procedure engagements are non-assurance engagements. Audit versus agreed upon procedures. Key difference relates to assurance. An audit expression of opinion provides assurance to users. However, in agreed upon procedures engagement, only a report of factual findings of agreed upon procedures is provided. No assurance is given to users. Users draw their own conclusions based on factual findings stated in the report. Matters to be agreed include the following: nature of engagement, that no assurance will be expressed. Stated purpose of engagement, identification of financial information, nature, timing, extent of specified procedures to be applied, limitation on distribution of report of factual findings. Procedures applied in engagement to perform agreed upon procedures may include inquiry and analysis, recomputation, comparison, and other clerical accuracy checks, observation, inspection, obtaining confirmations. Reporting. The report of factual findings should contain title, addressee, ordinarily the appointing authority, identification of specified financial or non-financial information to which agreed upon procedures have been applied, a statement that procedures performed were those agreed upon with recipient, a statement that engagement was performed in accordance with standards on related services, identification of purpose for which agreed upon procedures were performed, a listing of specified procedures performed, a description of auditor's factual findings, a statement that procedures performed do not constitute either an audit or review. Report is statement that the report is restricted to those parties that have agreed to the procedures to be performed. A statement when applicable that the report relates only to statements, accounts, items of financial and non-financial information. Date of report, place of signature and auditor's signature. The next standard, SRS 4410, compilation engagements. What is compilation engagement? Compilation engagement is an engagement in which a practitioner applies accounting and financial reporting expertise to assist management in the preparation and presentation of financial information of an entity in accordance with applicable financial reporting framework and issues a report. Purpose of compilation engagement: to comply with mandatory periodic financial reporting requirements established in law or regulation, if any, for purpose of unrelated to mandatory financial reporting under relevant law or regulation, including, for example, for management, for internal use, external parties under a contract, funding body to support provision or continuation of a grant, transaction purpose such as for a merger or acquisition. A compilation engagement is not an assurance engagement. It does not require the practitioner to verify the accuracy or completeness of information provided by management for the compilation or otherwise to gather evidence to express an audit opinion. Engagement acceptance and continuance. The practitioner shall not accept engagement unless the practitioner has agreed the terms of engagement with management and engaging party is if different. Engagement acceptance and continuance. A practitioner shall not accept the engagement unless the practitioner has agreed the terms of engagement with management and the engagement party if different, including intended use and distribution of financial information and any restrictions on either its use or distribution where applicable, identification of applicable financial reporting framework, objectives and scope of compilation engagement, responsibilities of practitioner including requirement to comply with relevant ethical requirements, responsibilities of management for. Management is responsible for financial information with a financial reporting framework which is acceptable for intended users. Design, implementation and maintenance of internal control, accuracy and completeness of records documents provided by management, judgment needed in the preparation and presentation of financial information, the expected form and content of practitioner's report. The practitioner shall record the agreed terms of engagement in an engagement letter or other suitable form of written agreement prior to performing the engagement. Performing the engagement. Practitioner shall obtain an understanding to perform the compilation engagement. The entity's business and operations, including entity's accounting system and accounting records, the applicable financial reporting framework, including its application in the entity's industry, compile the financial information using the records, documents, explanations, and other information, including significant judgments provided by management. Practitioners shall discuss with management or those charged with governance. Prior to completion, practitioners shall read the compiled financial information in the light of practitioners' understanding of entity's business and operations and of the applicable financial reporting framework. Records and documents provided by management, whether they are complete. I'm repeating this point again. If in the course of compilation engagement, the practitioner becomes aware that the records, documents, explanations, or other information, including significant judgments provided by management for the compilation engagement, are incomplete, inaccurate, or otherwise unsatisfactory, the practitioner shall bring that to the attention of management and request the additional or corrected information. If practitioner is unable to complete the engagement because management has failed to provide records, documents, or explanations, withdraw from engagement and inform management and those charged with governance of the reasons for withdrawing. If practitioner becomes aware during the course of engagement that the compiled financial information not adequately describe applicable financial reporting framework, amendments are required. Compiled financial information are otherwise misleading. The practitioner shall propose appropriate amendments to management. If management declines, practitioner shall withdraw and inform management and TCWG of the reasons for withdrawing. If withdrawal is not possible, determine professional and legal responsibilities. Acknowledgement from management that they have taken responsibility for final version of compiled financial information. Practitioner's report. The practitioner's report issued for compilation engagement shall be in writing and shall include the following elements. Title, the report title, addressee as required by terms of engagement, a statement that practitioner has compiled the financial information based on information provided by management, a description of responsibilities of management or those charged with governance, identification of applicable financial reporting framework if special purpose financial reporting framework is used, identification of financial information including the title of each element of financial information, a description of practitioner's responsibilities was performed in accordance with this SRS, a description of what a compilation engagement entails in accordance with this SRS, explanation that since a compilation engagement is not an assurance engagement, practitioner is not required to verify accuracy or completeness of information. Practitioner does not express an audit opinion or a review conclusion on whether financial statements are prepared in accordance with applicable financial reporting framework. If financial information is prepared using special purpose financial reporting framework, an explanatory paragraph that describes the purpose for which the financial information is prepared draws the attention of readers that financial information is prepared in accordance with special purpose framework and not be suitable for other purposes. Date of practitioner's report, the practitioner's signature and the place of signature. Documentation. The practitioner shall include in the engagement documentation significant matters arising during compilation engagement and how those matters were addressed by practitioner, a record of how the compiled financial information reconciles with the underlying records, documents, explanations and other information provided by management, and a copy of final version of compiled financial information for which management or those charged with governance as appropriate has acknowledged their responsibility and the practitioner's report. This is end of concept notes for related service.